know I do. So, guess what? I lost 34 pounds. Don't I look good? I know I look good. I lost 34 pounds in just 3 months. And guess what? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to inform you. I lost the weight by using HCG. And I know you see a lot of videos about HCG and a lot of blogs about HCG. I just want to add to the campaign that HCG works. It really does work. I've actually lost the weight and kept the weight off. It's been a total of 6 months. So the last 3 months, I have been keeping my exact same weight from my last weigh-in date on HCG. There's a process to HCG if you want to lose the weight and keep the weight off. And I can promise you, 3 months from now, I'll look just as great or better. I have educated myself on how to keep the weight off. I have educated myself on how to eat right and to change my lifestyle. And you know, keeping weight off is not just about what you intake with food. It's everything, the environment that you surround yourself with, the friends that you think that you have, the family members that you subject yourself to. It's the relationships, intimate relationship, domestic relationships, non-intimate relationships that you subject your body, your mind, and your spirit to that hinders you from losing weight, hinders you from keeping the weight off. Depending on how your body deals with stress, some people stress out and lose weight. Some people stress out and gain weight. Some people stress out and they can't lose or gain. Their body is just frozen. So there's a lot of different things. If you have any questions, please email me your questions and I will gladly answer them on the video blog about HCG. I tried the injections, love the injections. I tried the drops, love the drops. The drops are kind of tricky because there's so many drops out there, you don't know which one works. And I did get a bad batch of drops. So just be careful about the drops. Also, the drops you have to do 3 times a day, and I'm so busy, so I really like the injections better. But I also want to say there is no difference. I lost a pound a day every day, whether I was doing drops or whether I was doing injections. And it's very important that you stick to the 500 calories and you don't eat any fat at all. I've actually recruited one of my cousins, and I'm so excited. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing her results. She has been on, I think she's around day 15. And remember, the first 2 days you're going to gain weight because you're going to eat as much as you can. You're loading up. So she's on day 15 and she's pretty accurate. She's lost about 13 pounds already. I am so excited for her and so proud of her. And I hope that she will do a video response to this video to clarify and so you guys can see her results. She has a huge goal and I'm rooting for her. So you know who you are. You go, girl.
You literally just have to start talking to yourself in a different way. I have been studying this stuff for a very long time, And I talked about this extensively in my Lean and Clean weight loss guide. Some people got it, some people didn't get it, and I honestly feel like now I really want to write an entire book on this subject, because it is the most important thing in your life if you want to change anything about your outside circumstances. If you want to change any habit about yourself, if you want to change the way that your body looks, if you want to change your relationships, the success that you have in your job, anything that you want to change has to come from the inside first. But today we're going to be focusing this video solely on weight loss. How to change your self-talk so that you can build effective habits, stay motivated, and love yourself through your weight loss process. I'm sure at this point in your life, with all the new age woo-woo out there, or even just watching my channel because I've talked about this a lot, you have heard of the idea that thoughts create things. Every single thing in our environment, in this world, has been created through a thought or an idea. The camera that I'm talking to right now was just once a thought. The light bulb was just once an idea. I was just once a thought that my parents had of having a child. Everything has been created through our thoughts. And there are three important things that need to change if you want to change anything in your life. The first one is your thoughts. The second one is your feelings. And the third one is your actions. These all go in succession with each other. We cannot change our actions or change our feelings about something until we change our thoughts about that thing. Your mind is the most powerful tool that you have, and most of us are working against our minds because we're not aware of this creation process. If you've been struggling with your weight for a while, for your entire life, maybe just after you had a baby, you probably have negative thoughts about losing weight or about being healthy or about yourself in general. And some of those thoughts might be, it's so hard to lose weight. I really hate eating healthy. I despise working out. Why am I so lazy? Why can I not get my shit together? You might look in the mirror and think negative thoughts about yourself. You might look at your thighs and be like, why are my thighs so fat? Look at my stomach. I cannot believe I let myself get to this point. Now, when I say this, the last thing that I want any of you to do is think about all the things that you think about yourself and start beating yourself up for it. Because all of these are valid thoughts. These are something that you have created in your life. You are taking notice of it. And a lot of us think that once we take notice and take recognition of what we have created, we usually feel like once we acknowledge that, we'll be able to change it. But a lot of what happens is we start to focus on it so much. We let it bring us down. We let it completely destroy our motivation. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to change this thought pattern and start changing your life for the better in a second. But before I get to that, I want to share with you guys one of my favorite audiobooks in the entire world. It is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. I started listening to this recently once again, which is what spurred this video. I myself have gone through periods of obviously gaining weight and thinking very negative things about myself. I've gone through depression. I've gone through just feeling like crap about myself, thinking the absolute lowest of myself. And it's one of the biggest reasons that I haven't been super active on social media, because I want to be a positive force in other people's lives. And if I feel like I'm not living up to that, how can I help anybody else? If you want to understand this concept and how to apply it to your life in the most incredible way possible, I 100% recommend getting this audiobook, listening to it when you are running, when you are cleaning, when you are doing the dishes. I listen to it when I'm at the gym, when I'm driving anywhere, when I am just cooking in my kitchen or doing anything. Like, I love listening to audiobooks because I don't have to stop my entire day to learn something new. And most of the time, if I'm not listening to an audiobook, I'm just listening to the same songs over and over again. So I might as well be using my time in a productive way. I'm also super excited because my favorite audiobook company is sponsoring this video today. Audible. If you guys have not heard of Audible, it is an amazing app that you can get on your phone. You can also listen to it on your computer. You can download an array of different audiobooks. I really personally like to listen to audiobooks that are more of a self-help style, but there's every genre of audiobook on this program. Audible is great on the go, whether you're at the beach, hiking with your friends, or road tripping. You can listen to Audible anywhere at any time. And listen up, Amazon Prime members, for a limited time, you can start an Audible membership and save 66% on your first 3 months, a total of $30 off. That's like getting 3 months of the price for one. You'll pay just $4.95 per month for the first 3 months, and after that it's only $14.95 per month. This offer is valid from the 1st of July to the 31st of July. Every month you will get 1 free audiobook and 2 free Audible originals from an ever-changing list. Visit www.audible.com/highcarbhannah or text highcarbhannah to 500-500 to get started today. So a lot of what I've learned throughout the years has been through books like the Joe Dispenza Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I've also read hundreds of other books. Today, I'm just going to give you a really brief explanation of what you can start doing today to start changing your life, because there is a lot that goes into this, but it is actually very simple. I wouldn't say it's the easiest thing in the world, but it is very simple. The only reason that it's not easy is because you are changing a lifetime of self-talk, a lifetime of habitual negative beliefs, negative habits, and you're changing all of that. So it's kind of like going into a garden where you have a bunch of plants planted already, but you haven't weeded it in a while. And you're taking out all of the weeds, and maybe you spend a few hours taking out all the weeds, and it's a lot of work. Obviously, the weeds here are symbolic of a lifetime of negative habitual thinking and negative habits that you have acquired. It's gonna take a little bit of time to change it, but once you take out all the weeds, you have so much space to start planting new positive thoughts and start developing new positive actions and habits that are actually going to get you to your goals and to where you want to be. So the number one thing that you can start doing today to start changing all of this is start talking to yourself in a different way. A lot of us have, like I said, habitual patterns of talking to ourselves negatively. One thing I want to mention is that when I first tell people this, they say, oh, of course my life is the way that it is, because I talk to myself in the most derogatory way. I would never talk to anyone else ever like that. And they start realizing all the things that they've been telling themselves. But then they say, Hannah, I can't do this because I'm lying to myself. I can't tell myself that I only eat when I'm hungry and I never binge eat and I love exercising when like I am always eating and I hate exercise. The number one thing that I want you to realize is that as you currently are sitting in this form, in this space and time, you are a product of all of your past thoughts and actions and feelings surrounding yourself. Everything you've ever thought about yourself, everything you have ever felt about yourself has brought you to take the actions to get you to where you are right now. If you only look at where you are right now and you are constantly recreating where you are right now, all you're doing is living in the past. You're just recreating all of the past thoughts, actions, and beliefs that you have about yourself. So to create something new, you need to start creating new thoughts, new feelings, which will create new actions to propel you into a new life, or a new body, or a new career, or whatever it is. To help you understand this a little bit better, when I was struggling with my weight about a year ago, I had completely forgotten about this concept. I knew it so well, I practiced it so well when I was first losing weight and I had originally lost 70 pounds. For some reason, I got into a really dark place in my life and I started just hating my life. I started hating the way that I looked. I thought, wow, I've lost 70 pounds. I don't look the way that I want to look. I'm never going to look the way that I want to look. Why is this so difficult? Why is this so hard? And then it propelled me to just start creating all of these actions that were getting me further away from where I had gotten. So I started to overeat. I wasn't really like eating junk or eating like in a binge way, but I was just overeating all the time. I told myself, which I didn't even realize I was telling myself, but I would just be like, why am I always so hungry? I am so hungry. I would tell myself I love food so much that I am like just always hungry. I'm obsessed with food. My job is literally surrounded by food. I am a food blogger. Like, that's my life. So I am consistently always around food, always thinking about food, always creating food, thinking of new recipes, like helping people lose weight. And I was always focused on these things. So I thought that that was the problem, but it wasn't the problem. The problem was that I started to create all these negative thoughts around myself. I would be like, oh my God, I'm so lazy. I hate working out. At this point, I had never worked out. When I'd lost all my weight, I just did walking. I would even tell myself that I hated doing YouTube. I was like, I'm over it. I hate doing this. And I stopped really being consistent and loving it and doing it for a long time, and it was really upsetting. It really propelled me to just start hating everything in my life. Everything that I had created from this beautiful place of positive self-talk, I had destroyed. And I didn't even realize that I was doing it. Once I realized what I was consciously doing with my thoughts, and I brought myself back to all the lessons that I have in my Lean and Clean guide. I think it was actually, I was editing a new book and I wanted the formatting to be the same, so I was reading my guide and I was just like, this advice is amazing. Why am I not even doing this anymore? Why am I thinking the way that I'm thinking? And then it just clicked with me that I was perpetually stuck in this cycle, and the only way to get out of it was to start changing my thoughts. So what did I do? I created a few affirmations that really applied to my life, and this could be a really good thing for you. I'm not going to say that you should say the same affirmations that I said, because we all struggle with different things, but because I was like always thinking, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with food. Oh my God, I'm always surrounded by food. Why am I always hungry? I just started to think in a different way. I started telling myself, I only eat when I'm truly hungry. And I would say this to myself all the time, like as much as I possibly could. Whenever I was walking my dogs or doing something, I would just say, I only eat when I'm truly hungry. I only eat when I'm truly hungry. I only eat when I'm truly hungry. And I did this on a repetitive cycle because repetition is the fastest way to impress anything upon your subconscious mind. And I knew that from before. So this was one of the things that I started saying to myself. I used to also, if I did get hungry, I would focus on the fact that I was hungry and become so uncomfortable. Like, until I ate something, I would just be pissed off and I would just be so focused on being hungry. I would like say to myself all the time, like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. And I would just be like so upset until I ate something. Now, if I get hungry, I just tell myself I only eat when I'm truly hungry, and I'll repeat that. And then I will ask myself, am I truly hungry? And if I am truly hungry, what do I really want to eat right now? So then I would go and I would eat that. I would be satisfied with that. I would stay present when I was eating that and move on with my day. There are a lot of other things that I could mention really quickly that I did, but I want to stick to the affirmations in this video. But there's a lot of things that I did. Like, I would be present with my food. I would never ever think anything negative about my food. I would never think, oh, this isn't the healthiest thing I could possibly eat. This is gonna make me fat, or this is bad for me. I would never think anything negative about food ever. Whereas in the past, I'd probably be like,